Hope you're doing well. We're coming close to the all-time high. The all-time high for the QDB Risk Calc, I had to check it because I forgot, but it's minus 37.5. We're currently 35.3. Okay, so still an enormous amount of bears in the equation, and they're actually adding short. They're not getting out, but they're adding to their bearish bets. So what's going to happen? Price is going to go up to punish them. So the technicals are a bit wishy-washy. 60 out of 100 is not great, but it's not terrible. But just be aware that we are very much risk on, that the indices should fly higher, and the fact that the herd have sold over the last 24 hours as well, which is bonkers really. VIX got crushed, and it's down quite a bit over the last 5 days, so that's not good for the bears. And Thursday they've sold France, US 30, dollar Swiss, and oil as well, and also AJ. It's probably worth noting too. We can probably come to the score changes now, because what it is simply this data, but it's in a graphical way. It might be a little bit more easy to see. So we've currently got longs on the Euro USD. So ideally for us today is that we see this change from Sunday, go to -3, -2, -1, and then we'll be into positive territory. So this is just telling us like a retracement, aspect, because things can't move in straight lines. They've got a zigzag, and we know that the trend is going higher on the Euro USD. So this is likely a retracement. So QDB scores, and you can see it's got an okay score, but it has dropped a little bit, as you can see, and the herd have gone fairly long with a 10% increase of longs. So it might fall today, but at the big picture we are definitely a buy, but they're going against the grain on the Euro USD. The Kiwi can do okay, and the Euro could fall because they're going long on the Euro. The Swiss franc could also fall as well. The dollar might do alright today because they're selling it. So it might be a case of where we might have a little loss on our baht. But I think what it is just retracing. So if we come back to, let me move this back. So this part here, we know that it's got a good score at a big picture, and this is the change over time. So ideally for us, we'd be looking for buys because it's got a good score, but we'd want that to go to -3, -2, -1, and then back into positive territory. So we come across, and we can see that's what's happening with the Euro USD. We've fallen. It could be a ruse to trap sellers, and then this is the retracement. We're trending higher, little retracement here, and likely, possible, we're going to get the SLC above at 109.80, and you see it's been hanging around for a while as well. Yeah, it's been quite a while. When's that? Since Friday. So that's Friday. So, it's coming up for a week old now, that stop loss cluster, so it's probably ripe for picking. If you think about it like a fruit, it's probably overdue. It's quite old and it's quite large. In fact, it's a lot larger of the two as well. So it's possibly a scenario where we're going to come up and get that. And then, you could TP here potentially for longs. But the robot's going well. We've had a 21% increase in profits over the last month. So that's fantastic. Really, really happy. And if you want to join us at a higher tier, if you want to access the spreadsheet, then you need to go to the premium tier. Patreon.com. But if you just want to get access to the robot, it can be any tier on Patreon. Okay, so it's definitely a bargain, because your light tier on the Patreon gives you access to the daily videos and a basic spreadsheet, and also this robot as well. So for $5 a month, it's an absolute bargain. So that will be like a limited offer. Because it really shouldn't be on the light tier. It should be for the bulletin or basic tier and above. But I'm trying to get people to sign up. So if you sign up on the light tier, which is $5 a month, you get access to the robot, which is pretty awesome because it uses some sophisticated Twitter algorithms, and we're using the stop loss clusters as well. So it's got a very clever code inbuilt. So it's an offer there if you want to take it. So if you're on the light tier, you can get access to the bot. I'll just need your FX Blue ID. If you've got any questions, just send me a message, okay? And so it's a little offer for you guys, and just to try and get you on board on the light tier, because I think it's fair value for money. You'd be supporting me and you'd be getting some good content, plus access to this robot as well. And it doesn't have to be MetaTrader 4, it can also be for MetaTrader 5, depending on your preference, because it's designed for either platform. So that's a little plug for the QDB Lite tier, which is $5 a month. And remember, we've got the PPI later and the US retail sales. And we have to remember that things can't go in straight lines. They have to retrace. And then, we're basically zigzagging. And we potentially was like a zag. And we're going to zig up to the SLC. So remember to trade safely. And I'll speak to you soon. I wholeheartedly recommend fxsi.com and their indicators for MetaTrader 4 and 5. It's a 7-day free trial, so do have a look. There's no credit card required. You might be lacking in some sentiment awareness, analysis, and it does complement technical and fundamentals very well. Especially if you're very technical, you could be missing out on some sentiment, or if you're particularly fundamental, you could be missing out on some sentiment. This is like a sweet zone. It complements both. And it gives you a very strong bias about direction as well. So technicals are great for direction, fundamentals are great for direction, but the sentiment sits in between, okay? And so perhaps if you're missing out on some sentiment awareness, these are the best indicators in existence in the world for that. And then you can have a look at this. You've got a 7-day free trial, and you've got your order book. And you've got your indicators, including the ratios, which are amazing. Just look at my videos on my YouTube channel and you can see how powerful the ratios are. And you can have a look. Just take your time. You've got 7 days to trial them. And if you don't like them, then that's fair enough. You don't have to renew. But we do have a code if you want to. And it's just the QDB code, and it gives you a 10% discount. And that's it. So have a look, see what you think. And like I said, it's a 7-day trial, so you don't have to renew, but I think you'll probably find you will renew afterwards, because the order book and the ratios and the stop loss clusters as well are amazing. The stop loss clusters are great because you know where to target. Okay, so that's where you take profit, where people get stopped out. Okay, and that's it. So just a quick plug for the fxsi.com, and enjoy your day.